XVX Poopy XVX says that place looks small.
It is. Alright, I just restarted vertical. Hopefully it works okay.
Ben Wild 200 2567 says we love this gate. XVX Poopy XVX says looks like it couldn't hold a trunk full of us in there. Wicked Clowns 83 says look, it's the tax dollars thief mobiles.
Alright, there's the police department, guys.
Frank David X-ray 3543. Frank David X-ray 3543 white. 700 block of East Mulberry.
Big Dave BCTX says that's some sort of adult toy manufacturing facility or something.
Asked if you could go in without sirens.
Alright, that's enough of Main Street watching. Let me put my battery back on me.
XVX Poopy XVX says John asked the dispatcher what they served for dinner tonight.
TV dinners.
BC Scan says Bot Ricks has successfully joined the channel.
Show me out on Post Control at Commerce Street, please.
Jethro Miller says YouTube vertical is back on.
Very good. I'll close it to make sure I don't accidentally bump it. I don't think I did, but that screen wasn't on.
The laid back squirrel says nobody serves humble pie anymore, I guess.
Nightbot says BC Scanner is located in Brazoria County, Texas.
That's where we are.
We are about 50 miles south of Houston. Dean Vincent Music says, I just got back from a shower. What were we doing out of the car?
Just hanging out. Talking about bad cops. All right, let's get to work.
AD101M says, Clute here. Our damn food is now hold you jerk.
That's good. I'll get the defrost on for you guys.
XVX Poopy XVX says, John, I downloaded TikTok so I can watch the VIP earlier streams. Is your name the same on there?
Is your name the same on there?
Yeah, BC scanner. That same on there. I have 68.8K followers. I think there's some fake me's that have me blocked, so. Last time I tried to find me on someone's phone, I couldn't find me. Look for the one that has my face and 68,000 followers.
SpoopyX says, noted. SpoopyX says, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think there's a lot of fake me's on there. I'm the real me.
Jethro Miller says YouTube went from 26.9K to 27K tonight.
Oh, wow. Very good. 27,000 followers on YouTube, subscribers on YouTube. Thank you, guys.
Jethro Miller says YouTube went from 26.9K to 27K tonight.
That's amazing. Why'd that repeat? That shouldn't repeat. All right, everybody get out and stretch. Although you've been stretching all night.
says, howdy good sir.
Howdy.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Rebecca X9 or 5 or says what happened?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened.
Stephanie _ Kygirl 2024 says, 18. SpoopyX says, I thought about starting to stream riding my Hyper-E scooter around once the weather gets nice.
That's pretty cool.
Hey Jack says, did 9.5 hours on that stupid game today, lol.
Oh, you're after the expedition? I opened it up and I got frustrated. I did the extraction. I mean, the expedition, sorry. And then I opened it up today. It's like, man, do I really want to start this all over again? Do I want to do this again? I played a couple games and I closed it. I'm not really going to have time because I got to stream in the morning.
Says, yes, sir.
I got to stream in the morning and then we're going to stream at night too. So, well, I'm going to try it, see if we can make this work.
Hey Jack says, the perks after are pretty sweet.
Yeah, this is my second one. I've done the first one and the second ones.
SpoopyX says, I hit 64 miles per hour in a 25 miles per hour zone 2 days ago lol. On an e-scooter.
That's pretty fast. Where's my other phone? There it is. I found it.
Andrew8377 says, what happens if you hit a pothole? Jethro Miller says, did I just see a leppy up in that palm tree?
Maybe. Maybe you did. It's possible.
AD101M says, see notes said come to Alligator Road. They want to apologize.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Sure they do. All right, everybody back in.
Eric Han Zach's Outdoors. See a day shift on YouTube sometime.
Yeah. I guess that could be possible.
SpoopyX says, car doors and grandmas pulling out of nowhere are the scariest so far. Guys, you remember the after party, right? You guys remember where the after party is? We might go Operation After Party for an hour. Nah. I got to stream in the morning. Antiem says, yes. Cherryly says, of course. Jade213 says, where is it?
If I said it would...
Wicked Clowns 83 says, TT.
Right.
Cherry says, I actually saw someone lose to the gingerbread man today.
Oh yeah? Yeah, that's possible. That's completely possible.
AD101M says, Bucky's, you better not come over here. Wicked Clowns 83 says, what's the gingerbread man? SpoopyX says, John, what hours do you plan on doing in the YAM? The YAM new to that other weird platform.
Between 9 and 10. Yeah, I don't want John before coffee, so. Yeah, I don't want Grumpy John before coffee.
Your registration.
Thanks for looking.
X-ray Paul Young 0590.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, do you really drink coffee in the morning, John?
Yep. It's a nice coffee, but
Hey Jack says, well, if you see me out on my funny looking bike, don't be filming me, lol, just kidding. SpoopyX says, that will be 10 or 11 my time. So that will work. And I understand you 100% on the coffee.
On a 2014 Chevy Camaro, black in color, belongs to Kimberly Chambliss, out of Houston.
That's correct.
Cherry says, John, on a nice day, will you drive down by one of the beaches again?
yeah.
I miss being able to listen to the sound. I haven't been in 11 years since my brain surgery. Melanie Saib 1784 says, I like vanilla iced coffee from McDonald's.
That's what I make. I make better
1911.
vanilla iced coffee at home.
1900 block is in 523. Got on Texas King Boy Tom.
I actually,
2632.
I use the Cinnabon creamers. Tastes like a
1911. Correction on the tag. It's going to be an unknown state. It's
cinnamon roll.
SpoopyX says, rural, rural, rural.
Don't make me say it.
AD101M says, crab here. Don't bring your ass to the beach. Hey Jack says, I went last night. It's still sandy and windy, and the mosquitoes are back.
Oh, fun.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, can you take a picture and send it on Discord, John?
Oh, the creamer I use? Yeah, I guess so.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, I like Dunkin' Donuts vanilla iced coffee. Cherry says, I use the Italian sweet cream or Starbucks oatmeal and brown sugar.
Oatmeal, brown sugar, all right.
Cherry Lee says, never mind. Melanie Saib 1784 says, yeah. Jethro Miller says a couple of drops of cinnamon extract is cheaper and tastes better than Cinnabon creamer.
Cinnamon extract?
1911. It's going to be an Ohio tag.
You know, that's not a bad idea, actually.
1911, clear.
Stephanie _ Kai Girl 2024 says, 81. Hey Jack says, am like Carl from Sling Blade, coffee makes me a tad nervous.
It has no, I could drink a cup of coffee right now and go to sleep. Has no impact on me.
Antiem says, I like Texas pecan coffee, not pecan lol.
And
Melanie Saib 1784 says, I want to see what creamer you use, John.
Cinnabon coffee creamer.
Jethro Miller says it's really good. I found out that Starbucks just uses cinnamon extract mixed with liquid sugar for their syrup.
Look into that.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, really, how can you do that? Cherry Lee says, me too.
1911. Clear to copy. Ohio 27.
Go ahead.
Try the Dunkin'
Robert
Butter
Sam
pecan iced coffee.
571571. Repeating, Robert Sam 571571. Should come back to a Jason Duel.
I also get a box of 100 Keurig coffees every 3 months. I get them from Amazon. I think they're on my wish list. But I don't think a new box that I've been using is on there. One time I ran out.
Stream Element says, thank you for following XX0 Queen 01XX.
XX0 Queen, thank you for the follow.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, I was referring to you as how can you drink coffee and go to sleep?
Oh, gotcha. Because I have ADD, so coffee has the opposite effect on me. It actually slows me down.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, I get my boyfriend's coffee from Costco. Cherry Lee says, I can fall asleep faster if it's warm instead of iced, but I like iced.
Yeah, it slows me down, actually.
Cherry Lee says, there is some kind on the wish list.
Yeah, that's the...
Leah 1962 says, what coffee on Amazon?
I think I need to change it out, so don't get it. I don't want to mention
Jack says, yeah, if I drank a cup of coffee, I would be up until your next night's stream, lol.
It's like, what are you doing? Where are we going? What's this call about?
SpoopyX says, I've never made iced coffee at home.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough.
It's
I
easy.
always buy bottles of it.
No. It's just simple. Just make your cup of coffee, pour it over ice. It's very simple. I fill up an entire cup full of ice and then pour my coffee, 1 Keurig serving in there, 12 ounces. And it's good stuff. You just make it, it's basically...
Wicked Clowns 83 says, I've never had a K-cup coffee in my life.
It's life-changing. You can just have a cup of coffee whenever you want to. You don't have to make a whole pot.
Cherry Lee says, it's easy.
Yeah, you don't have to make a whole pot. You just like if it's like 3:07, you're like, you know what, a cup of coffee would be good right now. You just go over there and put it in there. Makes you a cup. And it's way cheaper than going to Starbucks or...
Jethro Miller says 12 ounces is the large button on Keurig.
Yes, that's the largest. If it had a larger button, I would...
Antiem says, my stepdad can drink a pot of coffee at 11 p.m. and go to bed.
If
What
it
a
had...
psycho. Cherry Lee says, I do the same thing.
Yeah, if it had a 14 or a 16 ounce button, I'd push it. But you are absolutely correct. It's the large button. So I have my...
PX says, the coffee to cream ratio I will screw up. I
No.
promise.
Just
Jethro Miller says Jose Garcia CB6 on set 100 for 2 joules.
Thank you so much for the 2 joules. No, just make your regular cup of coffee and pour it over
Wicked
ice.
Clowns 83 says, I know and I still never bought a stupid machine lol SMDH.
I've had that one for years, man. I think I've had that one since my employed days. Like if it breaks now, I'm going back to the $10 Mr. Coffee. I still call this a win, guys. Because you know what? How many stops would we have seen? You guys have seen me be in Clute all night, right? How many stops would we have seen? We got them hiding. They're not doing road pirate shit, so it's still a win.
Hey Jack says, you nighttime coffee drinkers are like the Texas Chainsaw Feller. You guys just ain't right. I'm scared of y'all.
So it's still a win. We're still helping people not get extorted for revenue.
Says, Mr. Coffee Machine in my house. Antiem says, that's wild. They don't usually last that long. I'm on my 3rd machine over 8-ish years. SpoopyX says, Chad, it's time for food. I have to get out of here.
All right.
You all have a good rest of the stream.
You too.
Much love.
Yeah, I'm just on
Fairly says, I just have a $20 Walmart brand. You can use the pods or coffee in the strainer.
Yeah, I don't buy the actual Keurig coffees. Nobody should. Yeah, you don't have to buy the actual Keurig ones. I just buy the generic ones. Guys, I'm on extra time. Normally I end the stream at midnight, but I'm gonna just drive around Clute. So you guys are welcome to hang out with me if you'd like to. But just consider this extra time. I'll probably stop at random places. I'm gonna go to about 1 or 2.
AD101M says, Clute here. We broke the record on stops tonight, sir.
I'm sure you didn't. Either way, I'm cutting into the revenue. Remember, these guys have had 3 months to plot new ways to get me. But you know what? I run this bitch.
AD101M says, Pammy here. John, sleep on the couch tonight because I say you flirting with the dispatcher.
Bet I wasn't. That's a good stop.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, C-Notes hates us for these nights.
Yeah. You guys, when I get off, listen to the scanner. They literally go back and start giving addresses. That's Angleton, by the way. Yeah, as soon as I end my stream, they go back to just their regular road piracy tricks. But we're cutting into the revenue, so that's good.
Bell Patterson and East Becker.
Vegas_local says, we need more locals to join Discord and start telling you when they see them. AD101M says, Clute here, we run this and Frankie runs it on weekends. Manifesting with Tarot subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you.
Jade8213 says, is C Notes some secret thing they have so you can't hear?
Yes.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, when we were in the clue of what was the dispatcher saying to them on the scanner, I couldn't hear that well.
Nothing. Same old
AD101M
stuff.
says they're on Old Angleton Road having a coffee. Leah 1962 says, I haven't seen Frankie lately.
They're at Buc-ee's.
Nightbot says BC Scanner is located in Brazoria County, Texas. We are about 50 miles south of Houston. Cherryly says, you can hear them on the scanner saying they're going to call.
They weren't giving any locations, so.
Cherryly says, before you went out they were already using their phones.
Yeah, I know.
Jade8213 says, well, they definitely have something fishy going on. Lapese1 says, it's been a good evening.
Yep.
Here.
26 says, good morning, just got out of the turn.
Good morning to you.
Hope Alert 26 says, trunk.
I knew what you meant. You're saying John's by the pawn shop.
10-4, clear on your notes.
Dispatcher is clear on the notes.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, John, that car that just went by with loud music, would they pull you over?
I'm not. Freeport's worse about that than Clute. I don't think I've ever seen anybody pulled over for loud music in Clute. Ooh, I didn't check the weather tomorrow. What's it supposed to do? I saw a notification that said rain on Tuesday. Let me see what that says.
AD101M says, Jethro, name and badge number.
Right? Let's see. Weather. Oh, doesn't say rain until Friday. It's going to be 78 tomorrow.
Hope Alert 26 says, is it getting foggy there yet?
Not really.
Hey Jack says, gotta watch them late night coffee folks. They will commandeer your flashlight.
Saying Friday is a 38.5% chance of rain. Sunday is 80%. And Monday is 65%. As the guy with no back window, I need to pay attention to that.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, severe weather from Texas all the way to the Great Lakes Thursday and Friday. Hope Alert 26 says, check Fox 26 rain bad wed. Hey Jack says, welcome to the BC Weather Channel.
Yes, locals on the 8s. Let's go check Sector JG. Everybody back in.
First name Charles, last name Terry.
AD101M says, wow, thank you Jethro. John, give him a raise.
Whatever you're making now, double it.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, I live in the Great Lakes region and we have severe weather for Thursday. Hope Alert 26 says, full blood moon eclipse starting at 3 a.m. Hey Jack says, I'm so glad that dumb northern weather finally went home.
Right? I saw a few instances where it was going to be fit in the back in the 50s next week. Or the week after, I think. I can't remember.
Hey Jack says, Nope, that's not acceptable.
1796. Surrounding.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, I'm still in the 20s lol. Jethro Miller says, I'm just like James Freeman, I get raises all the time, but never get paid. The lesson has never worked for a Vietnamese streamer.
Yeah, you whatever you're making now, double it.
349.
Rebecca X9R5R says, in France we never had a winter like this. The temperature very high. It's good for the bills, but it's not normal weather. Ajax says, nope, Wicked, you can keep it.
7/17/96 or is it going to be 7/19/76? 447.
It's going to be 7/19/96. That's what he's telling
Popular
me.
26 says, define normal.
Okay. We have a subject in house by 7/19/76. Not finding a 27 on that Uber. She's calling about a male subject named Jay, wearing black shirt, black pants, and just left AMA.
That's good.
It's going to be a separate call.
That's good. I believe we're on. I'm on. Where's the chair?
Clear, that's going to be the 1976.
Who the-
47 call.
Ooh, the fog is starting to come in. Hey Jack, how'd you know there was
That's
fog?
gonna be him.
That's clear. That's going to be the 1976.
That's gonna be him.
Sure.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, I live right on Lake Michigan, if you ever heard of it, John.
Yep.
51.
Yeah, this whole side of town is foggy now. That's crazy. The other side of town wasn't foggy. This side is.
3279, 3279, 3224, 728.
That's it.
718, copy social watch.
Cherry says, hey John, have you successfully used the jump part of your battery pack?
Yes.
AD101M says, why you turn on the fog filter.
Yeah, I did on the neighbor's car.
That's it. Terry and Mendoza both clear. Surrounding.
Yes. 1018, copy social watch. 3182, repeating 3182. Hold on, 10-4,
203, Terry and Mendoza both clear. Surrounding.
Yes.
That's it. That's
3182, repeating 3182. Hold on, 10-4, 728.
it.
AD101M says, neighbor here, I had to show him how to use it. Popular 26 says, we want only way west and north of us. Cherry Lee says, I have one and I'm going to try it out when I'm rested from my rough weekend at my mom's. Was it easy?
Samboy David 2620, Samboy David 2620. This is Aurora.
722, Jill, check secure.
4728.
Cherry Lee says, are you awake?
Samboy
I'm
David
awake.
2620, Samboy David 2620. This is Aurora.
AD101M says, how's your tow truck and repo service doing, John?
47.
Alright, it's time to get off the main roads and go in the back road.
3811 3822. Being 3811 3822. 47.
Lapise 1 says, I'm up. Cherry Lee says, was the jump box easy to use?
Yeah. Pretty easy.
Focus number return on Latoya Tache Phillips. Shows to be clear. Go on. Focus number return on Latoya Tache Phillips.
Jethro Miller
Shows
says
to
in
be
Miyagi RUB6 will be
clear.
Sierra Santa. Just push the like
Go
button.
on.
Centerton, Arkansas Tyrant Patrol subscribed on YouTube.
Well, thank you.
48, 27.
Thank you for getting that like button.
0147 4146. Reading 0147 4146. Last name Johnston.
AD101M says one of the tow truck drivers that's pretty cool is getting a divorce. So sad. Cherry Lee says, okay, because I want to do it on my own.
0147 4146. Reading 0147 4146. Last name Johnston. There's just having medical alerts on his license. 48, return on JT Johnston of the sections to be valid no one. That's there. That's clear. Does he have any medical alerts on his license? Negative. Just that he wears corrective lenses. That's there.
What was Mendez's date of birth?
It's going to be 77. Correction.
It'll be submitted location, any mileage 15108. That's good, thank you. 18, what was Mendez's date of birth?
It's going to be 77. Correction, 719 of 76. 719 of 76.
Yes, thank you. Houston 28803, receive console time 035.
AD101M says, I just bought a Monster iced coffee and drank half of it. No energy yet, but boy am I gassy.
en route.
Hope Alert 26 says, $1 reward for my Bobcat. Nightbot says BC Scanner is located in Brazoria County, Texas. We are about 50 miles south of Houston. Cherry Lee says, I missed it. Nightbot says 2019 Chevrolet Camaro. It's a V6 broke activist version. No back window and bad tires. Erdlapees 1 says, what time in the morning will you be live on TikTok? Hope Alert 26 says, calling it a night.
Me too. Between 9 and 10.
47K 481. 481.
47K
47K 481. 481.
Erdlapees 1 says, good night everyone.
Good night.
Wicked Clowns 83 says, how long do you do TT in the morning hours?
Just depends. Since today we did, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, I think. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for the bits, the subscriptions, the super chats, the jewels, the kicks, just watching the ads.
Leah 1962 says, good night.
Good night, guys.
Hope Alert 26 says, thank you for what you do.
Thank you for being here.
Cherry Lee says, good night, John.
Good night to you.
Ajax says, have a great eve, sir.
You too.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, see you tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow morning.
Angie 416S says, good night everyone.
Good night. Go to the
Eric Hanzak's Outdoors says be safe.
go to 24. Go to 24.
Jethro Miller says you have to replace the entire convertible top to fix the glass.
Yep, that's true.
Banmum 2024 says, good night John.
Good night to you.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, around 10 right John.
Yep, between 9 and 10.
Tornado 7 County 1042.
Melanie Saib 1784 says, then you will back in the evening right John.
Yes.
2 David 808 County, same traffic.
Takes me a second to end the stream, guys.
2 David 850 off duty. Houston 2 David 603, Christmas Sanchez, no 29.
$7505, you can show the junior high check, sir. 10-4.